Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the studio. I'm Andy here. And once again, we are talking about Casa Sur Hacienda, an upcoming event that I'm very excited about called Marketing in a Digital World on Monday, March 2nd, 2026 from 5:30 to 7:30. And today I am joined by Adrianna O'Donell with the Chicano Federation. And for those of you who are in San Diego, you already know that name and you might already know about what they do. But for all the people who are out of area or are joining us for the first time, I'd like to not only welcome Adrianna, but also have you talk about the Chicano Federation a little bit. So welcome to the studio. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Andy. It's my pleasure to share about Chicano Federation. We've been in San Diego County for 57 years, and we started as an advocacy organization at the height of the Chicano movement and the civil rights movement here in Southern California. But over the years, we've evolved to provide direct services, and that includes, workforce development. It includes leadership development, early childhood education, also child care, as well as other support services that also include Community Resource Center, where our community can come to us for everything from our food pantry to help with filling out applications or having support for affordable housing, which is another service that we provide. We have 8 affordable housing sites throughout San Diego proper.
And I know that someone might be thinking, okay, what does this have to do with marketing? Like, why?
Oh, everything.
Why? Because you're community oriented. You're in the middle of everything, and you're literally distributing support and assistance to people in the community, which is like face to face and in person. But this event is about marketing in the digital world. Mm-hmm. So let's explain why is this match? Why does this go hand in hand with what you guys are doing and what we're doing over at Casa Sur Hacienda?
That is a great question. So one of the services that I mentioned was workforce development, and we've been in this space for over 30 years. We have one program called Comience tu Guardería, which means open your own child care facility in home. And what we do is we're trying to support our entrepreneurs to really think about how to market their in-home childcare service, which is really needed in San Diego. So how do we help them get the word out? And also to share that they have gone through the certification process, that they are a quality provider, that they provide nutritious meals. So marketing isn't nice to have. It is essential, especially to grow their child care businesses. So that's one aspect.
Well, I wanted to ask you kind of your firsthand experience, even with your own organization. How is marketing? I mean, when you go to the website, there's a video that plays right away. There's pictures of engaging with community members and helping people and providing aid and support. How would you measure that and say, how useful is it for you and what you're communicating? I understand your advocacy to help others communicate what their value is, but how has that helped you guys in your federation?
Absolutely. So we provide services in different ways, and those services are nothing if no one knows about them. So we utilize all of the avenues that we have accessible to us, which is one, our website. Once you hear about Chicano Federation, what's the first thing you do? You want to go check them out on the website. Check us out on our website. We also have a very strong social media presence on all of our platforms, whether it is Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, de todo. And our e-communications, our e-newsletters, to make sure that people are informed of all of the different events that we have going on and also the different services. And just last week, we finished our 2025 Impact Report, which is available digitally. It's on our website right now, and it really talks about the impact of the Chicano Federation over the past year. Why is that important? It's important for funders. When you invest in Chicano Federation, you're going to see how it impacts the community, not just in numbers, but also in stories. Like, these are real people. So how do we get that information out? And right now we are doing that digitally. So I talk about our, the families that rely on us and the entrepreneurs that rely on us. And what's the best way to show is by example. So that's really what we're doing.
You like your face kind of like lit up talking about some of those things because very clearly you're proud of all those things. And you made the point a minute ago about how, what good is it to have all these things if no one knows about it? And,
Right.
and this method of communicating nowadays is more important than ever. That's such a cliche thing to say. But at the same time, like, you're also doing it for a reason. You guys aren't just doing it because it's trendy, I don't think. You mentioned, this organization's been around 57 years now. So clearly things have changed and you have kept up or are keeping up or maybe even now trend changing a little bit of how organizations in San Diego ought to be doing this. Some people struggle to say yes to themselves or yes to the people they're trying to help indirectly. And I don't mean that because they're not they're withholding support. It's that they don't know what to do or how to start. Do you have a story or a moment where you realized, oh, this pivot is going to allow us to help more people?
Yeah, absolutely. So one thing that Chicano Federation did just recently within the last year is we intentionally hired one person, full-time person to manage our social media, to really look at our marketing strategy so that when you look at our social media, when you look at our website, when you look at our impact report, it looks like it's coming from the same organization and the language is inviting. It is very strategic and intentional because if you get what we're doing, you'll want to join us. You'll want to support us. And also families out in the community will also look at us as a trusted source for resources, information, because that's another thing that we do. So I feel like we've invested. And I feel like businesses, small, medium, large, hyper local or more regional, they can all benefit from learning new ways to communicate about themselves. That's why this particular event at Casa Sur, it is free, it is accessible, and it is a great way to build up your network.
Yeah.
So I really hope that people take the initiative to go to learn and to connect with the community.
I'm glad you pointed out that you brought someone on board because prior to bringing someone on board, there's some like hesitation. There's maybe I'm not sure if it's going to work or why are we doing this? But I mean, look, it's 2026, and at this point, if you have not yet seen that we have very persuasively shifted buying and donor culture because of online communications and video marketing. I don't know what to tell you if you haven't seen that as obvious as daylight.
Right.
I don't mean that to be insulting, but it's like it is obvious. We are, as consumers, even if we survey ourselves, how much are we looking at places before we go buy or donate or give? We go, well, what are they all about? What can I see and learn to close that gap between where I'm at now and where they need me as a consumer or a donor? And that gap is being closed by digital media. And this entire event is to help not only do that with Patrick and Adri talking about this, but also the collection of people like us who are coming that are doing this all the time to inspire and encourage other people who might still be hesitant. I understand the hesitation. We didn't have a studio like this a couple of years ago, but we had to like jump into the space and then do it. And now because of it, it's become like a self-feeder ecosystem where we can do these kinds of things to promote things in the community that then bring people together. And those people that we meet there go, well, wait a minute, I need to get my message out. And then they come back in here. And then and now we're doing this online and offline in-person thing, and they're really growing in tandem.
Right.
So long way of saying congratulations and great choice. But I also understand that people have a hard time making that decision. And my advocacy in this segment of our talk is get to the event and bring a question or a list of questions that you want to ask people that are already in this space doing it, whether you're an organization and you're thinking of hiring your first person, or you are thinking of making content and you don't know anybody who makes content and you want to ask me how you can start. Right. This is what we want you to do. This is why we're going to be there in person, is to help people like you. So I would like to ask you the next part of that social media question is, what have you seen as far as engagement is concerned, having a dedicated person and having a concerted communication effort? I'm not saying marketing, but a communication effort that is also marketing your brand. How have you seen the online public's response to you guys?
Well, I can tell you about something that recently happened. So on Monday, we sent out our e-newsletter. We shared our impact report that we spent a lot of love and time and energy putting together to ensure that it shared the stories as well as the numbers, right? And this morning, we took a look at what that engagement looked like. It went out on Monday at 11:49, and this morning, we know that 49% of the people that received it opened it.
Wait, what?
Yes.
49? You have a 49% open rate?
Yes, 49% open rate. Isn't that incredible?
Crazy. Oh, wait, we're not giving a time reference. I'm sorry. You're saying Monday at 11 whatever?
Yeah.
We're recording this on a Thursday, like 3 days later.
Right.
That's nuts.
It's incredible. And I think that's the way that you have to look at communications. How many people are opening your emails? How many people are clicking through the links that you're adding? And is that story or that information that you're sharing relevant to them? You can really, start being more strategic about your communications and do it ahead of time so you're not scrambling all the time.
You know, something you didn't know that this was going to happen. I didn't know you were going to say that. So I'm constantly advocating people to come into the studio, like build your email list, send your most recent episode out to your email list,
Right.
Talk about the most recent social media thing that maybe they didn't see because their algorithm isn't feeding it to them. You feed it to them in their inbox. I'm constantly trying to compel people to do that because low-hanging fruit is what I want to say, but there's probably a better term for it where you'll more easily catch their attention in your inbox than if you just leave it for the algorithm to decide that maybe
Right.
they do or don't see the thing you made.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that an argument for having a social media manager or not? No, you need both because then they're self-feeding in this little ecosystem. So congratulations on 49% open rate. And also thank you for helping me make the point that I'm constantly on here ranting about in the corner from old Uncle Andy yelling about email in the corner.
Yeah, it's important. It's important. All of it is important, right? And it needs to feed off each other, just as you said. Your email, your social media, even the way you present yourself as you're out and about in the community. So I have a plug to say about networking, which is also part of this event, this digital marketing event with Adri and Patrick. So again, shameless plug. If you can make it, please do so. It does pay off. And sometimes it pays off in just friendships and people that you can go to for advice.
Yeah, I think that these kinds of events that happen, they draw in a person who is looking to like give and contribute as well as get something in return. It's not just a room full of buyers or a room full of people trying to sell each other. In numerous cases where I've done events at Ricky's place, I'm pouring in something to somebody who's trying to make a choice, a decision, get answers to what they're curious about. But then I'm being introduced to somebody that is like, hey, I need someone to help me do X, Y, Z in media space. And like, oh, Andy's right there. So I've been on both sides of that in the 4 events I've already done at Casa Sur, and it's been amazing. I wanted to ask you for the people who are going to come and specifically seek you out, what is it you want people to come and ask you about at this event? What are you hoping that you can impart to them when you actually meet some of these people watching this in person?
Yeah, well, I encourage you to come say hello. And if there's any questions about communications or your social media strategy, it's always, don't be shy, just ask away. And the beautiful thing about it is if I don't know the answer, I'll steer you to someone that does, because we have such a knowledgeable base, a knowledgeable network of people that are going to be at Casa Sur, that we will find an answer or a vendor or a strategy for you. But you have to use your voice and you have to not be shy about just coming up to people and asking them the question. There's also going to be tabling at the event, and Chicano Federation will have 2 tables, one specific to our community engagement team and our community resource center, and the other is about our workforce development. So if you have any questions about starting your own business, we're happy to help.
I'm going to have to convince Ricky to put my table next to yours, because I'm going to be talking about video media marketing, making media for social media, as well as in-person networking. So maybe we'll just we'll do 3 tables wide, your 2 and then mine over there. That would be wonderful. I want to make sure, well, first of all, we're going to put the contact information for your organization in the description box below. Also, if you've not yet registered and you're watching this event, you can go to the description box of this video on YouTube and you can register yourself. Again, it is free. This is on Monday, March 2nd, 2026 at 5:30 until 7:30 at night. And as always, at anything with Casa Sur Hacienda, there's going to be food. There's probably going to be some prizes and raffles. There's also going to be a lot of music and a lot of people. And that's my final thought about this I wanted to share with everybody here is, you mentioned the quality of the people. The depth of experience that the people have that attend these things runs deep. And I'm not talking like a couple of years. Like, there's people that have decades of experience in their field that show up at this place. You're one of them. I'm another one of them. Just these two, but beyond just you and me, I think we can both agree. Like, the depth and quality of people that show up these things is profound. And if you are maybe in your first couple of years and you're not sure about running your nonprofit and doing media and how you're going to do this and that and how you can do your community outreach, or maybe you're in business, you're an entrepreneur. How do I do my podcast? How do I send those emails to get 4 to 9% open rate? This is a welcome invitation for you to come and join us at this event. So I am so grateful for you coming in today. But I don't want to just close the show. Do you have anything else that I didn't ask you about that you wanted to talk about, like an upcoming event, maybe something you're promoting that you want people to come to in the spring or summer this year?
Yeah, thank you for asking that. We do have a very large event coming up on May 1st. It's going to be at the Gaylord in South Bay, which we're really proud about. It's our annual Unity Luncheon. It's a 30-year event, and it is our largest fundraiser, but also our largest fundraiser. We have a wonderful keynote speaker. Her name is Sara Mora, and she's an author and an activist. And we're going to get together to talk about how we are going to work together to ensure that our community continues to thrive, and that the resources are there for them, and the advocacy as well. So again, it's May 1st, Chicano Federation Unity Luncheon, and we're just welcoming 500 of our friends to be
just 500 just 500 of my closest friends having lunch together.
But it is an event that you won't forget.
It's so great. I love the casual drop of just my closest 500 friends. I gotta go now.
Well, we're 57 years old too, so we've had time to really build a wonderful community.
That's a great time horizon for all y'all out there starting stuff. You'll have 500 friends too who you can invite to a luncheon. That's awesome. Thank you for pitching that event. And I know you'll be talking about that at March 2nd when we're there at Casa Sur Hacienda as well. So thank you for being here, Adrianna. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching this interview, and we are really excited to see you there. So please click the links below to register for the event. Come up to us in person. Find our tables 3 wide. I'm going to convince Ricky to do 3 wide our tables. Come and say hi to us. Introduce yourself if you don't know us already, and then prepare yourself with a question or maybe a problem that a question you want to ask, or a problem you have that you're looking for a solution for, so that someone at that event can help you out and you leave there with a deployable solution or a next right step for you and your business or your organization on March 3rd, the day after. That's what I want. So Thank you so much for coming by. We love and appreciate y'all for watching, and we'll see you at the event. Bye.